All right, guys, so we're making some holes. What do you guys think about that? That looks freaking good, man. Woo. And so this thing, if I pop the clamp off, the exhaust does fit through this hole. It's not perfect, it doesn't just come right out, but get a little turn and she'll fall out of there. And then I am able to get the clamp on and off and stuff, and I am able to spin this down still and all that jazz, so that trailering and everything, we don't have to worry about that. Next up, there's a turbo back there. We need to do that hole. That's gonna be a 6-inch hole, and Sean doesn't just leave the 6-inch hole saw for me to play with, so I gotta wait till Monday to even cut that one because it's locked in here somewhere. I have 4-inch, I have 3-inch. We got all kinds of hole saws, but the 6-inch one, that one he doesn't share, unless it's somewhere out, because he did use it yesterday for this guy. So if I can find it, that would be awesome, but I don't think I will be able to. But the 6-inch hole saw is what I need. Look, we got some pipe. Look at that, 6 inches of pipe. That's for the velocity stacks as well. We want them to be as on there as possible. We added a little bit of extension, so it's pipe all the way back, and the coupler is just there to make sure it doesn't fall off. But the coupler does not actually do anything, so that it never gets pinched closed or anything. It's awesome. It's awesome. We did end up taking the intake off, and we've got the Gato on there. Dude, this thing is looking so freaking good. This is a beast of a car. Can't believe we built this. It is freaking phenomenal. And we're still just figuring out all the little stuff. I've got the axles notched a lot more, good ones in there. We're gonna get the big boys here soon. But everything is just, you know, weeks out. I ordered a PPG transfer case shaft, because I already have the transfer case gears, the pinion gear, all that stuff, but I don't have the shaft. And then Ostrom is the only B series all-wheel drive to have the other shaft in the transfer case, as well as the 2 spider gears, I think is what they're called. But so those 2 gears and that shaft I need to get made. I don't know who will make them or when the PPG will release them. I know Ostrom paid for the development and for them to get built, but he's the only guy with them currently. I need those. I need big boy axles in the front, just the 500s in the rear. Apparently the 1,000 horsepowers are made just too stiff, so they don't work very well because they're too hard and they just shear. We've wired the 8 injectors. We need to wire front wheel speed. My dad says he's got a drive shaft speed sensor. We don't really need that, but it'd be cool to have, because then we'd be able to work with the fuel tech, traction control and all that stuff. And it looks like we have the rear ABS sensors on here, so we could probably work up real wheel speed somehow, but we would need to get axles that have the ABS rings and then ABS sensors, because it looks like where the bracket would bolt up, we wouldn't be able to run off the lugs, which is a little bit it's better to run off the lugs than it is the ABS ring, because there's less teeth, so that up at higher speeds it's easier for it to see it, because once you get going so fast with 32 teeth, eventually, you know, they all phase into one tooth with how many are in the ring. So that's where things have a little bit of trouble reading data and stuff, but we get that all figured out. We get the mechanical pump on it and going again, the cable working. Right now the electric is doing just fine. We're gonna get an alternator on here. We were looking at that yesterday. It shouldn't be hard at all. The bracket should be super easy, and then it should just be getting the pulley made, and boom, bam, boom, done and done, and which is nice. It's gonna be epic. So we'll get all these things taken care of. The Fuel Tech 550 harness is all wired in there. The only things I need to do now are start wiring inputs and outputs. So I'll start taking care of my speed sensors and all that stuff with that. But otherwise, it's B plugs plugged in, powers are powered, switch powers powered, grounds powered or grounds grounded, all that stuff. We need to modify this boost pipe a little bit, but we're gonna get a Ross Machine Racing throttle body to go on there, and then we'll probably cut this guy like here or something and just rework it to go in. I bolted it in a little differently. Since it's gonna need to reworked, I bolted it in like this so that it's further away from this coolant line, like some of you guys asked about. Really, why I did it though, for me, was to be able to get to the starter easier, because the starter's right here, guys. And it was, the boost pipe before it was just over a little bit, right above the starter. So I couldn't touch any of like this stuff right here, the stuff back here where the plug is and stuff. I couldn't touch any of that unless I went from over here underneath the pipe, and it was just a pain. As well as the extra plug right here. This is the extra plug for the 550 where I have my boost control wired, my VTEC, my coolant pressure, speed, starter, fans, all that stuff. So that plug was really hard to access as well. So now it's a lot easier, and I'm hoping to adjust all this. I just had to fix my water tube. Yeah, that's a crazy one, guys. So my water tube has just a dash 16 welded onto it. So it wasn't the strongest, and it ended up ripping, but it's good that my axle broke the way it did, and I didn't make a full pass, because if I did, that thing would have blasted out and coolant would have been all over the track under my tires. It would have been terrible, and I don't have a belly pan or anything, so there would have been no way to stop it. So it's good that my axle broke and I stopped when I did at the beginning of the track, and we had the few issues we did. But I pulled it all apart, I re-welded it up, I put some pretty thick beads on there, grinded it down, checked it out, made sure it was good penetration, put a little bit of bead over it again, and it's definitely not going to move. It even feels sturdier right now, just bolted on there. Before I could wiggle it back and forth a little bit, and that was that metal getting thinner and ripping, and now it does not do that. So I'm really excited. Things are coming along really well. I need a dash 12 to go right here, dash 10 ORB to dash 12. And then I'll need a Mustang TPS, but little things, and this thing will be ripping. I'm so excited, guys. Woo! Woo! Just needs a turbo hole, but it's looking pretty dang good, guys. This thing's coming together really well. We got a busy week ahead of us. I don't know if it's gonna make it to this race this weekend. We still got throttle body on the way, but we got some things coming, man. We're gonna be hopefully hitting the testing tune next Wednesday. We're hopefully getting Eric out there, and Mario and everyone else should be out there. I'm excited for this next PSEA race. It's gonna be a busy weekend. There's like, it's almost 2 races in one, because one of the races got canceled, one of them got rained out, so they're like trying to finish the one race, trying to do another race all in the same time. So it's gonna be fun, should be cool. But the CRX is looking really good. I enjoyed cutting the holes and working with all that this weekend. I need to fine tune this one a little bit more. See, I've got some yellow paint here. I just drew out how far it's gonna go probably, because it barely touches there on the edge. So just get that all cleaned up and taken care of, and then it'll have a bumper on it, and then, you know, a velocity stack and stuff for the turbo. But woo, this is awesome, guys. All right, so we just got an oil change done on Derek's Purple Haze, cleaned out the belly pan, and we got the head all on Jay's single cam here, torqued down, tightened up, belts on it and timed out. So I need to go ahead and do a valve lash and then get the pan and stuff on it and get it off the stand, so I can start tearing into Jose's here and get it ripped apart and built. They can both go home, as well as Aaron Hutchinson's over here come off the stand, and then we can pull that clean accord in and drop that one out and start getting it ready to go off to get sleeved. We got tons to do. Always.
Yeah, but then you can only shift it like 8,000.
All right, so Eric's on the way with a tap to fix the holes on that, and then I just got Jay's off the engine stand. We got Jose's up on the engine stand here, so we're gonna go ahead and get torn into this thing and start getting some everything going in it, pistons and rods, all that jazz. Jay's is looking real good right there. Get a bag over it probably, but woo! I think Austin's gonna bring his in real quick and get his tranny ready to come out, and then Gordo's gonna bring his in, and we're gonna get the belly pan on it. It's been needing the belly pan for a long time now, and we've got it, so we're gonna get that sucker in there. And he's got a laundry list of things he needs to just comb over, but he'll take care of all that jazz, and we'll look into it. See you soon. All right, so he's just got to do a few things. Training is no good, so he's waiting for his new one from Javi, but until that gets here, he's just gonna get this one ready to come out, and it's gonna still roll and everything until then, but Javi should have that one done here soon. Excited. GSR LSD, she's gonna rip. Gordo wants to get his catch pan on. He doesn't know where Austin went, so he's starting to do his job for him. He's gonna get in there and start unplugging stuff. The only time you see Gordo work.
What do you mean?
I'm playing.
Yeah, Gordo's got a lot of work ahead of him.
Oh, we got Eric here. He's ready to go. He just grabbed his clutch. He's gonna be changing this one out to his. He's brought the tap so we can go ahead and fix these here problems that Eric's got on this mount, and we can have him racing PSCA, get some seat time, and driving his Integra that he misses very much.
Yep.
He does. His heart's broken right now.
I want my GSR.
He misses his GSR, but he's trying to get sleeved, so that's why that's not fixed yet. It's the assist and stuff, but it's fire slotted, so I mean, sleeving it would fix the issues. Gordo is on a mission right now. Where's his battery? He needs to disconnect it. Where is his battery? What if it's in the bumper?
That's what I'm looking for. Ah, it's right there.
Oh, speaking of batteries, I need one. Be right back. Austin's going up so he can get his axles out, and Sean's over here fixing Eric's holes. I just got his clutch all bolted on and aligned. We're fixing Eric's holes, man. All right, I can get that out for you. But Sean just went ahead and fixed these holes, so we're gonna go ahead and get them out, bolted on here in a sec. I think Eric's looking for it for me. Gonna round that sucker up, and then I'll get that all bolted on, and we're gonna get the transmission on, and that thing ready to go back in the car. He's stressing a little bit, but I'm not worried. It's gonna be easy. Easy peasy. All right, we got the tranny all on for Eric. He's getting his starter on there now. And Austin got his axles all out. Shift link is disconnected. Transmission's pretty much ready to come out, but he's gonna wait for the new one before he pulls it, so the mounts hold the motor up in there. Oh. Woo. All right, so we busted out the old HTP. Gordo's welding his pitch pan tabs on right now. This has been a long time coming. She's needed this for a while. So we're just gonna do a little bit of bending for here and stuff. Finesse it, but it fits great. I'm pumped, man. Gordo's needed this for a long time. Long time. You can do it?
I had problems at first, but it's good now.
It happens, man. Put the safety goggles on. Tactical RX. Make sure you use code Goofy.
Probably wanted about, it doesn't need to be that thick, maybe like that. Right there.
Like somewhere in there, yeah.
And try to eyeball it the best I can right here. Right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, how long do you think it needs to be? Maybe
I mean, I'd cut it a little long the first
just
time.
in case, so maybe like that, maybe.
Yeah. We can even overlap All right, perfect. We got a little T. I think we're gonna put a little bend in. I think we're gonna put a little bend in it right here, right?
Yeah, probably a little one right here,
Yeah.
and then like a 90 at the end.
A 90 or something. All right, so we just nut inserted the hole right there. Gordo's got a little bracket. He just lost it, you know. It happens. Has to happen at least once while we're working on the car. Something needs to be lost. So yeah, we're gonna find this bracket and get back with you. All right, so we found the bracket. Gordo just put some bolts in it. He just had to find this one. Coming over to tighten them up right now. And we did a little bending here to make sure it cleared the shifter stuff because it's been welded and stuff. It's shortened for the EF, so it's got a little bit of reinforcement. I might use it. I'm just kidding. Dude, she's mounted. So we got the oil. So we got the catch pan all mounted. This thing looks great, super sturdy. Super stoked about this. Beautiful wig fab catch pan. Fits really good all the way around. Hey doggy. Just a little bit of bend for the tranny and stuff, you know, the perfect clearance of everything. Woohoo! Awesome, we did great today. We got a bunch of stuff done. Gordo's catch pan's all mounted. Austin's tranny's ready to come out. Jay's single cam on the ground, ready to go. Eric's transmission on his motor, ready to go. Jose's up on the stand, ready to be teared down. We're just on it, getting it done. Tomorrow, Gordo's will get some things, a few seals, come off the lift. We'll bring the Accord on, tear into that sucker. Just keep moving forward. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe down below. This is GoofyBuilt. Peace out, guys.